What does it mean to be rich in the 21st century? In this era of rapid technological advancement and global interconnectedness, the answer to this question is constantly evolving. The economic landscape of the 21st century is a dynamic and challenging terrain shaped by ambitious growth plans of various countries. Countries like India, Indonesia, Saudi Arabia, Chile, Ethiopia, and Malaysia are setting lofty goals to accelerate their economic development. For instance, India is striving to surpass the World Bank's high-income threshold, while Indonesia is racing to catch up with affluent countries before an aging population curbs its growth. Saudi Arabia, on the other hand, is endeavoring to transform its oil-dependent economy into a diversified one. These aspirations, though admirable, require high GDP growth rates which are increasingly challenging to achieve. The traditional prescriptions for growth, such as liberalizing reforms, may not be as effective in the present context. Developing nations are now aiming to leapfrog to cutting-edge manufacturing. However, the advent of technological advancements has considerably reduced the need for labor-intensive industries. This is a significant barrier for countries that have depended on their abundant labor force as a primary asset for economic growth. Protectionism and subsidies are being employed in an attempt to attract high-tech manufacturing, but the results have been mixed. The competition is fierce, and the road to success is fraught with uncertainties. Yet, the aspirations remain undeterred, and the quest for prosperity continues. Some countries are exploring alternative approaches to stimulate economic growth. There's a growing interest in industries related to the green transition. Countries are leveraging their natural resources to attract these industries, with Indonesia leading the way. They have banned exports of bauxite and nickel, and are investing heavily in infrastructure and industrial parks. The 21st century economic landscape is indeed a complex and dynamic arena. The strategies for growth are evolving and the path to prosperity is no longer linear. With this stage set, let's delve into the economic strategies of these countries. The path to economic growth is no longer linear. In our rapidly evolving world, a new paradigm is emerging in the realm of economic advancement. Developing countries, once reliant on traditional methods of growth, are now setting their sights on a more ambitious goal: leapfrogging straight to cutting-edge manufacturing. This isn't just a simple jump, it's a quantum leap, driven by the inexorable march of technology. The rise of automation and artificial intelligence has dramatically reduced the need for labor-intensive industries. The traditional model of starting with low-skilled manufacturing and gradually moving up the value chain no longer holds the same promise it once did. In response to these shifting sands, countries are deploying a range of strategies to attract high-tech manufacturing. Protectionism, the practice of shielding a country's industries from foreign competition, is one such approach. By creating a favorable environment for domestic manufacturing, countries hope to stimulate innovation and development from within. Subsidies too have emerged as a key tool in the economic arsenal. By providing financial assistance to emerging industries, governments aim to foster growth and competitiveness in high-technology sectors. These subsidies can take many forms, from tax breaks and grants to low-interest loans and government contracts. Yet the road to high-tech manufacturing is not without its challenges. The outcomes of these strategies have been mixed, with success depending largely on a country's specific circumstances. Moreover, the race for technological dominance has sparked concerns about the potential for trade wars and economic instability. But the biggest question of all is whether manufacturing is the ultimate destination. As we stand on the brink of a new era, one defined by the digital economy and the green revolution, it's worth asking: is manufacturing the only answer, or are there alternative paths to economic prosperity? In a world where technology constantly evolves, the question remains, is manufacturing the only answer? The green transition, a buzzword or a viable economic strategy? As we forge ahead into the 21st century, some nations are pushing the boundaries of traditional economic strategies, exploring alternative paths to growth. One such path is the green transition. No, it's not simply a trendy catchphrase. It's a potent strategy that involves attracting industries related to sustainability by leveraging a country's natural resources. Take a look at Indonesia, for instance. This Southeast Asian nation is leading the charge, setting a prime example of this green transition. Rather than relying on the export of raw materials, Indonesia has implemented a ban on the export of bauxite and nickel. Why, you might ask? Well, the answer lies in the value-added processing of these resources. By keeping these materials within their borders, They can be used in the production of high-demand products like electric vehicle batteries, boosting the economy while reducing environmental impact. But the story doesn't stop there. In addition to this ban, Indonesia has made significant investments in infrastructure and industrial parks. These investments are designed to foster growth in industries related to the green transition. This strategic move not only benefits the environment but also creates jobs and boosts the economy, showing that environmental consciousness and economic growth are not mutually exclusive. However, it's essential to remember that this path is not without its challenges. Just like any economic strategy, the green transition requires careful planning, regulation, and execution. It demands a balance between environmental preservation and economic growth, which is no easy feat. But the rewards, they could be immense. With the world increasingly conscious of environmental issues, the demand for sustainable products and services is on the rise. Countries that can meet this demand stand to reap substantial economic benefits. So, is the green transition just a buzzword? The answer is a resounding no. It's an innovative strategy for economic growth, one that prioritizes sustainability without compromising prosperity. Indeed, the green transition seems to be emerging as a promising path for economic growth. So, what does it take to achieve economic growth in the 21st century? It's a question that's been echoing around the globe. We've seen ambitious plans from countries like India, Indonesia, Saudi Arabia, Chile, Ethiopia, and Malaysia, each aiming to make significant strides in economic development. Some are striving to reach the World Bank's high-income threshold. Others are racing to catch up with wealthier nations before an aging population impacts growth, while some are seeking to diversify from a single resource-dependent economy. The strategies are as varied as they are ambitious. The leap to cutting-edge manufacturing is a popular choice, but it's not without its challenges. Technological advancements have reduced the need for labor-intensive industries, and protectionist measures and subsidies have seen mixed success in attracting high-tech manufacturing. Then there's the green transition, an alternative path to growth that's gaining traction. By leveraging their natural resources, countries like Indonesia are leading the way in attracting industries related to this sustainable shift. In conclusion, the 21st century presents new challenges and opportunities for economic growth. Whether through advancing manufacturing or harnessing the power of the green transition, the race is on for countries to redefine what it means to be rich in this new era.